The research on having students graphically display their progress is pretty powerful stuff. In fact, in this meta-analysis by Fuchs and Fuchs, they looked at 89 studies, 89 different studies done over the last 30 years or so, and they did a statistical procedure where they could use effect size, which is really related to the normal curve and standard deviations. They could use effect sizes to combine the results, a standard unit of measure. Morning, Dave. Standard Central Administration gave me photos of some people I should be aware of, and I just thought you'd want to know. That's why I knew Dave's name. You might have seen me go, and then, hello, Dave, how are you? So anyway, that's how I happen to know. I have a few others in the room that will be notified a little later. Anyway, the average was 26th percentile gain when teachers had, and again, these are studies that matched kids and teachers for demographics and all of that sort of stuff, as best as that can be done in research. And you know, 89 is quite a few, so that's enough to draw some conclusions from the average. That means in some cases there was far less than that, and in some cases there was far more than that. The average was 26%. It's pretty powerful stuff. Now let me go back to little Timmy Westerberg, who got a 33 the first time. Ooh, that's way down here. Or on your rubric, he got a 1. That's way down here. But the next time I got a, what did I say, a 40 or something, it looks a little better, doesn't it? The next time I got a 55, I'm going up. I'm making some progress here. Graphically displaying results. Tracking student progress in the Marzano language. So it just looks something like this. I mean, it could look like this. A simple line graph where kids keep track of their assessment scores as you're giving them this quiz, this interview, this test, this project, this homework assignment. And you give them feedback either in terms of percentages, or I'm going to advocate in terms of levels on a rubric, but it can work either way. You give them their results back and they plot their progress. It's very motivating. Here's well, and you could use, I'll come to bar graphs in a minute. Now what's good for the gosling is good for the goose. Here's where the teacher is combined, happens to be, I think, 8th grade language arts. You see the teacher's very clear about what the learning goal is from the state standards. Here's where the teacher is tracking the results of her 4 or 5 sections of language arts. You see the idea? Because the teacher wants to know, how's the class, how are my kids doing? I've got 110 kids in these 4 sections or 5 sections of 8th grade language arts, and individual kids are tracking their progress. I'm tracking my progress, but you know what? All 4, is it 4? Yeah, all 4 8th grade language arts teachers in Dave's middle school are tracking their progress collectively, the aggregate data on how all of our kids at this middle school are doing on this goal, so that we can get together during our PLC time and talk about what's working and what's not. Tracking student progress. It's very powerful as a motivator for individual kids, because even if you're still sucking swamp water, you can see you're getting better. And wouldn't most kids get better? I mean, maybe not on every assignment. There might be a dip here like there was on this one. But overall, the trend's going to go up. Why? Because you're a good teacher. You can't sit in my class even 3 out of 5 days a week. Even if you have high absenteeism, you can't sit in my class and not get better because I'm good.